Welcome back to part 4, students. Today we are going to continue psychological disorders, and in this video you shall learn schizophrenia and other disorders. I am sure all of you have heard of schizophrenia. Today we shall understand in detail. Schizophrenia is a chronic psychotic disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, perceives reality and behaves. It involves a profound disturbance in thought processes, perception, emotional responsiveness, and social functioning. Schizophrenia is not a split personality, it is a disorder of reality testing, where the individual has difficulty distinguishing between what is real and what is not. The disorder usually appears in late adolescence or early adulthood and requires long-term treatment and support. General symptoms of schizophrenia. Symptoms of schizophrenia are broadly divided into two major categories: positive symptoms and negative symptoms. These symptoms significantly interfere with daily functioning, relationships, work, and self-care. Positive symptoms of schizophrenia. Positive symptoms refer to behaviors or experiences that are added to normal functioning. They represent a distortion or exaggeration of normal psychological process. Hallucinations. Hallucinations are false sensory perceptions experienced without any external stimulus. The most common type in schizophrenia is auditory hallucinations, where individuals hear voices that others cannot hear. These voices may comment on the person's behavior, give commands, or criticize them. Hallucinations can also be visual, tactile, olfactory, or gustatory. Though these are less common. Next is delusions. Delusions are fixed false beliefs that are firmly held despite clear evidence to the contrary. Common types of delusions include delusions of persecution, where the person believes they are being followed or harmed. Delusions of grandeur, where the person believes they have special powers or importance. Delusions of reference, where ordinary events are believed to have special personal meaning. Delusions strongly influence behavior and emotional response. Negative symptoms of schizophrenia. Negative symptoms refer to a reduction or loss of normal psychological functions. These symptoms are often more disabling and difficult to treat. Flat or blunted emotional expression. Individuals may show little or no emotional expression. Their facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language appear empty or unresponsive even in emotionally significant situations. Alogia. Alogia refers to poverty of speech. The person may speak very little, give brief answers, or struggle to organize thoughts verbally. This reflects impaired thinking rather than unwillingness to communicate. Avolition. Avolition is a lack of motivation to initiate or persist in goal-directed activities. Individuals may neglect personal hygiene, stop working or studying, and withdraw from social interaction. Anhedonia. Anhedonia refers to the inability to experience pleasure from activities that were once enjoyable. Types of schizophrenia. Paranoid schizophrenia. It is categorized primarily by prominent delusions and hallucinations. Individuals often experience persecutory or grandiose delusions but may have relatively organized speech and behavior. Suspicion, hostility, and fear are common features. Disorganized schizophrenia. Disorganized schizophrenia involves severely disorganized thinking, speech, and behavior. Speech may be incoherent or illogical, and emotional responses are inappropriate or flat. Daily functioning is greatly impaired. Catatonic schizophrenia. Catatonic schizophrenia is marked by extreme disturbances in movement. This may include complete immobility, rigid postures, mutism, or excessive purposeless movement. The individual may remain motionless for long periods or resist instructions. Undifferentiated schizophrenia. It is diagnosed when symptoms of schizophrenia are present but do not clearly fit into one specific time. Residual schizophrenia. Residual schizophrenia occurs when a person has had at least one episode of schizophrenia but currently shows only mild symptoms. Positive symptoms are reduced while negative symptoms such as emotional flatness and social withdrawal remain. So students, schizophrenia shows us how deeply reality, perception and thinking can be disrupted. We now move to another category of psychological disorders that primarily affect personality, morality and social behavior. Psychopathy and sociopathy. Psychopathy and sociopathy are terms commonly used to describe individuals with severe antisocial behavior patterns. Both fall under antisocial personality disorder, a condition categorized by persistent disregard for social norms, rules, and the rights of others. Psychopathy is marked by emotional coldness, lack of empathy, and superficial charm. Psychopaths are often calm, they appear calm, intelligent, and socially confident. Key characteristics include lack of guilt or remorse, shallow emotions, manipulativeness, deceitfulness, and inability to form genuine emotional bonds. Psychopaths plan their actions carefully and can blend into society while engaging in harmful behavior. Sociopathy. Sociopathy is categorized by impulsive, aggressive, and emotionally unstable behavior. Unlike psychopaths, sociopaths may form limited emotional attachments but struggle to maintain relationships. They often display poor impulse control, frequent anger, disregard for authority, and difficulty holding jobs or maintaining social stability. The key differences between both is associated with each other. Psychopathy is associated with calculated control behavior and emotional detachment. Sociopathy involves impulsivity, emotional reactivity, and social instability. Both conditions involve persistent violation of social rules and lack of concern for others. Schizophrenia reveals how reality, emotion, and thought can fragment under severe mental illness. Psychopathy and sociopathy show how personality, structure, and moral functioning can become deeply distorted. Understanding these disorders is essential for reducing stigma, improving diagnosis, and developing effective psychological and social interventions. Students, I shall end the video here and continue the next disorders in the next video. If you have understood, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to watch the next video to understand the chapter completely.